Boy Mikey J, Island Def Jam Digital I Need Music Group. Y'all know what it is. Chilling with Yungladydagreat and Tanisha Michelle of Bosses Meets Bosses Magazine. If y'all know what it is, Right now, we're just getting prepared for 2 interviews today. One is mine, one is Yungladydagreat's, and we just finished giving up all of Young Lady's information to the feds. Now I'm only playing. We just finished giving up all Young Lady's social media sites and websites, things of that nature, to Tanisha Michelle, so we can get her ready and branded and marketed out there the same way your boy was, or still is, whatever it is, whatever the case. So we're gonna monitor and not monitor. That sounds like some old Fed shit. We're gonna do some conduct an interview. Well, Tanisha Michelle's gonna conduct the interview with Yungladydagreat. You want some light back there?
Ain't no light.
You sure? You sure? I think I need some light. Look at that.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm going to say good afternoon to you. We met before, but I'm Tanisha Michelle. Your name?
Jayana.
Okay. Well, basically, the first thing I'm going to ask you. Coming to meet you right now, came out here, saw that you on your second event. How does it feel being a girl, 11 years old, coming to your second event when most girls be coming inside from playing outside?
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard. I do wish sometimes that I would be outside with my regular friends that have regular time. But I just know that this is for the best. And if I want to do it, then I'm going to have to sacrifice some things. And so that's one of the things that I'm going to have to sacrifice in order to get this done.
Okay. And when you say this, what is this? What are you getting done? What are you representing right now?
Well, actually, I push positive things to my music. Like you said, I'm a rapper, and I push positive influence to my music. So everything in my music is positive, no cursing, nothing about guns, no talking about shaking people's butts. Like, it's all positive. God, Jesus, school, grades, listen to your parents. Like, everything is positive.
Okay. So when you talk about the fact that you put out more positive things, who could you say influenced you to make that your message versus what we hear on the radio right now, where little girls are talking about, flicking the wrists and things of that nature, which is not too bad, but you could have come out that way. What made you do something different?
Actually, I recently had loss of, like, a lot of best friends. Mm-hmm. Rest in peace to Armani. That was one of my best friends. And what I've been started this before one time, but the only thing was that I had my father, which he used to rap. Okay. So, but he rapped about, my father has a past, and he rapped about stuff in his past. Okay. But what I found is that since I'm going to do this, I'd rather do something that's more positive, that actually help the world come to a better place, than have them suffer and more of the ignorance and the killing and the suffering.
Okay. That's a lot to hear from an 11-year-old, I have to say. This interview is basically to find out who you are, not only as a person, but as an artist. So when you said that you started this because you wanted something more positive, you had lost some friends, would you say there's some artists that you've listened to that also inspired you to do what you're doing?
Like I said, my father. I don't really have an artist because, now a lot of people on the radio will talk about positive things. But I had Mikey J. Okay. I had the Black author Chad Parker. I had a lot of people. I had my family that was artists sat there and they instructed me to go through this and help me get through this.
Now you mentioned Mikey J. How has Mikey J played a part in your career at this moment?
He's a very big part, a very, very big part in my career.
I see you smiling.
Yeah, he's just a very big part, and I'm so thankful. And he just, like, promotes my music a lot. Mm-hmm. He tells me what to do, what not to do, how to do it, how not to do it. And he's just very helpful, and I'm so grateful and so thankful.
Can you give one example of how he's helped you in your music career right now?
Yeah. One day we were at a performance, and he was like, he told me to look at him when he was doing it, when he was performing. So he performed, did a little sound check. And then he said, okay. And then he was like, all right, now you do it. So I actually followed his footsteps and did stuff that he did. And he's been very helpful.
So, I just saw your performance, and I have to say, it blew me away.
Thank you.
What is it like going on that stage at 11, seeing all those people in the crowd that you could touch through your music? How do you feel in that first moment?
I just feel like in order to get this done, you gotta be confident, walk out there, head up, chin up, whatever you have, leave it at the door, because now it's game time.
Oh, I like the way you said that. Now, if you look at hip-hop, you don't see as many women, females doing it big. What does that say to you coming in the industry right now as a young female on a positive message? How do you plan to change that image?
Well, there's still growing women discrimination going on, so I just feel as though women can do anything men can do, and men can do anything women can do. There's no separation. So I just feel as though this me being a female 11-year-old rapper, I can actually change that, and we can have more women in the Army, and we can have more women playing basketball, and women in NBA will be actually more popular than the regular NBA. So
I like that you mentioned sports. Do you play any sports?
yes, I actually play very much a lot.
Okay, name some.
Play football, basketball.
Football?
Yeah, football, basketball. I play softball, I cheer, I do gymnastics, I dance.
So you're very active in sports.
Yes.
Do you believe that's an important thing for you, to keep active and fit?
I love being active and fit. Like, I'm not that kind of person that sit on the couch all day on their phone or on their laptop or watching TV and doesn't have anything to do. At least if I don't have anything to do, I'll actually just go outside and play with my jump rope and jump rope around. Like, it's at least one thing I do during the day. Push-ups, sit-ups, I work out every day.
Now, we said about the body. Now, I think education is very important. As you're sitting here going for your dreams, doing these performances, how do you balance the education with being an artist?
I mean, it's not that hard. School first all the time. My father, he even says it. He doesn't let me practice until my homework is done or until any assignment or any project is done. I actually have a singing group in my school that I'm in, which is kind of hard to balance that because I miss some days off of school because of shows, and then I miss some things for auditions for my group also. So it's kind of hard to balance that, but either with school and grades, I'm fine with that.
So what's your favorite subject?
Math, definitely.
Really? If you had a chance to do something with your career and then outside, what would it be?
Well, everybody asks me, are you going to be a rapper when you grow up? No. I want to be a pediatrician. I want to go to Harvard. I want to go to medical school. I want to be this girl. I want to have my own fashion line. I want other stuff than music. Like, this is just for me and my brothers and sisters. My little sister Faith wants to be a singer. My little sister Patience wants to be a doctor like me. And my little brother Jalen, he wants to be a firefighter. So I'm just doing this so we can all get the money to go to college, go to the right colleges that we want to be in.
So you do aspire to go to college?
Yes.
Okay. The next question I'm going to ask you, it might be a little hard because you just mentioned that you don't have that many images that you could use in radio. But if I was to give you an opportunity and it didn't matter about money and you can have 5 artists to work with, who are the 5 artists that you would probably work with if you had your project right now?
Nicki Minaj, definitely.
Okay.
She's big. She's really big, and I kind of look up to her, but I don't at the same time. No offense to Nicki Minaj. I do what I do. I would love to work with Jay-Z. Beyonce, definitely. I love Beyonce.
Okay.
And
You got 2 more.
It's not a lot of people. I would say Kanye West, maybe. West, maybe. And I would love to work with Slick Rick, even though I'm that kind of girl. I'm not the one in the new school. I'm definitely in the old school. I know about Big Daddy Kane. I know about Slick Rick.
Wow, so you know
Chris
true school.
I know. I'm not into the new school stuff. I feel like the old school is the true hip hop.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask you something before we wrap up the interview, because first of all, I have to say you're an amazing young lady.
Thank you.
When you sit here and think about the elements of hip-hop, and as you said, true school happened years ago, and we're moving towards a different realm right now in music. How can you add to making sure that we keep the essence of hip-hop and make artists that come after you remember what we're here for?
I just feel as though there should be more peace, way more peace, because more of this music is influencing a lot of the gun violence and all the violence, because all they talk about is drugs, all they talk about is girls. That's all they really talk about. They don't talk about fixing the world. They don't talk about people dying because of our problems that we have. They don't talk about us not using guns. They talk about us using guns, us doing drugs. No, I mean, all the artists, they can do what they want, but don't always make it about that. Try to fix the world. They know the world is bad. The world is not the way we all wanted it to be. So I just feel as though we should be able to spread the peace. Spread the peace to make the music better. And the music should also spread the peace too, to make the world better.
So if you had one goal that you'd say that for the next 2 to 3 years you'd like to attain, what would that goal be?
World peace, definitely. I'm just big on that. I'm big on that. I'm tired of seeing kids dying. After my best friend, I couldn't.
So is there a message that you would like to send to other artists as we move forward and holding responsibility to the music that they put out?
My motto, put the guns down and pick the mics up. That's all it is.
It's been great. I appreciate the time you gave with us.
Thank you.
And I hope to see you aspire to whatever it is you put your mind to. Okay?
Thank
you
you.
so much for the interview.
Wow. Teeny Poppers. 11-year-old girl giving interviews better than grown people. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves, y'all should really be ashamed of yourself. You know that money that I get an hour for consultation, I might at first be my protege on that. Let her get that. That's a shame. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves, you grown so-called adults. Y'all lucky, man. I got nothing to say, man. I got nothing to say. Stay tuned. My interview's next.
All right.
You did
I
a
love
great
you.
job.
I got